Okay, so.
Well, tell them first what we're making.
She's making tostadas. We couldn't decide. So it's 11 o'clock on the 4th of July. Happy 4th of July. You won't see this on the 4th, but you know. Well, no, I'm not going to post it. Tell me not to post it.
Just wait. Chill.
Anyway,
Jeez.
happy 4th of July. We couldn't decide whether we wanted breakfast or lunch or we wanted eggs, but what did we want to put with it? So she was making us tostadas.
With refried beans.
Fat-free refried beans.
Over medium egg on top, and then I always put green hot sauce on there. You know, the green hot sauce that you get from the Mexican restaurant, that one.
I like the Taco Bell sauce, but we don't have any of that. I'm not a spice girl, but that's what we're having for lunch today. So I wanted to film this. I've been thinking about it for days because y'all know Health at Every Size. We could get some real controversy going if they pick this video up. Health at Every Size.
Don't get us started on that. But we are starting on it today.
I have mixed feelings. I don't. As a woman who was over 500 pounds, you could not tell me I was healthy. I lived that experience. I know. My lab works were great. My labs look fine. But I also know the pain that was in my bodies and the things that are coming now that would have come a lot sooner at 500 pounds. So I don't agree with everything Health at Every Size. But there is a version of Health at Every Size that I do agree with, and that is her daughter Hazelin's version of Health at Every Size. What was that, last week?
Yeah.
Last week, the kids came in from outside where they were playing. Jen had her water. I had my water. And the rest of the kids were wanting flavored water or tea or soda. Are you putting avocado on our tostadas?
I'm just going to put it next to it. You can do it right
Yay. James is like, Hazelyn, do you want a soda or something like that? And she says, no, I want water. And so she gets her water and she shows her mom. And she's like, look, Mom, I'm drinking water. And then she comes into the living room where I am. And she's like, look, Hannah, I'm drinking water because I want to be healthy like you and Mom. And I'm like, oh, that's the Health at Every Size I can get around.
Let me say this, though, first, is that Kim, my children don't necessarily see they understand that all bodies are different, mm-hmm. and we don't, as much as we're like weight loss focused, and that's like what we've been about for the last 4 years, we don't talk about ourselves in a negative way at all, and we actually don't really talk a lot about weight loss, especially the last year or so, because we have been focused so much on mental health and just physical health overall. So my kids aren't like weight or diet or
they don't
body
think about
obsessed.
Weight
like they
that.
Just don't see it that way. Even my girls, and my daughter's almost 14, so just to see that
Hazel's what, 5?
I'll let you finish.
Is Hazelin 5?
Hazelin will be 6 soon.
So Hazelin's almost 6, and we don't talk about, I try not to call myself fat in front of the kids. If we talk about not looking good in an outfit, it's the outfit. That's how we frame it. It's like, this shirt isn't fitting me right today. Or, this skirt this doesn't work. It's not about us. It's not about our bodies. Our bodies are not the problem. But, and Carradine knows. Carradine is 14, almost 14. She hears all kinds of stuff. And if she calls herself fat or says something bad about herself.
Which she never.
No, she would never call herself fat, but because she's a stick. But we talk about bodies in a healthy way with the kids. Everett was sitting around poking my arms and like, you so chubby. But he was saying it like you say it to a little kid, like, oh, look at your little chubby cheeks.
He doesn't say it as a bad thing.
He doesn't think of it as anything bad. So Hazelin, she chooses to grab water over soda or something else. And to her, that's being healthy, like me and Mom. Jen and me do not look the same. And we do not have the same abilities. That woman can beat me hands down in any kind of physical activity. Except maybe strength, if it's just brute strength. But if it's like strength training, she's got more stamina. We're not on the same level of health by any standards. But to Hazelin, we are both healthy. Because Hazelin sees us making healthy choices. And she sees us doing that in a No, I'm not going to have tea right now because I haven't drank enough water and my head kind of hurts. If my head's hurting, it's because I need to drink water. She sees it as we're not eating sugar because we want to be healthy. She doesn't know anything about food addiction or anything like that. She knows that an apple is healthier than a cookie, and that there's a time for a cookie and there's time for apples.
Yes.
And she makes those decisions like that. She's 5. We're teaching her healthy things. All the kids know that. So that's the version of health at every size I can get behind. And I thought about filming this last week when it happened, but it's just been kind of in my brain and everything. And then this morning, the first thing that girl did is she had a water bottle and she was drinking water. And then there was, did you hear the argument about whether milk or water was healthy?
No, I did not.
Everyone was saying milk was healthy. Jameson was telling him that milk, I think he was saying milk wasn't as healthy as water. And Jameson was trying to say both of them were healthy. I don't know. Everyone wasn't listening to Jay, though. He was going to Carradine to see, is milk healthy too? So they need to know that milk is healthy too. And I think we've taught them that. Yes. But brothers will not listen to brothers. But anyway.
They all want to be right.
Yeah. They all want to be right, even if they're saying the same thing. If they're not saying it in the same way, then the other person's wrong. But the reality of it is, do I think that you can be healthy in perfect physical health at every size? No, I don't. I know that for a fact. Everybody has a different level of pain and different level of things that they're experiencing, and it does not matter your size. You can be unhealthy at any size. If the movement was called unhealthy at any size, and that was the equality they wanted to acknowledge, that I could get behind, because you can be unhealthy at any size.
My husband is that way. He is a very skinny guy, but
does not drink enough water.
That's all we'll say about that.
But I think that you can be any size and be extremely unhealthy. That's just it. I don't think you can have full physical health at 300, 400, 500 pounds. There are things about you that can be healthy. That's just how it is.
Just like your labs were good. Your labs were good. But what are your joints like?
My labs were great, but my joints...
Your joints,
okay.
your skin,
You guys see that middle finger? I'm flat here, and that middle finger is majorly swollen because I have arthritis in this joint. And that has nothing to do with weight. That's just the way it is. But there were other things. My knees, my back, they're shot because of carrying extra weight. But you can make healthy choices at any size, and you can work on being better at any size. And I love that the older kids, the oldest, Travin, remembers some very unhealthy habits. He gets a little annoyed at us sometimes.
Yesterday, he said something about something I used to cook, and I don't remember what it was. But he said, I was like, and we were just discussing, and I said, I look back and I don't even recognize that person, like who I was when he was younger. Yeah. He says, I recognize her. He's like, I look for her because I miss her. Because that mom didn't care so much about how much cake he ate.
Yeah, the kids had a fit when we didn't have birthday cake for Jen's birthday on Sunday. But they didn't
That's
really.
That's new for them because we're not, now they still get their cake. I just don't do cake.
But you can make healthy decisions.
Can I put some of this on your tostada?
No.
A little bit? 3 drops?
No. She's trying to kill me. So that's my point today. Make healthy choices and example that for your kids. Don't talk bad about your body.
Please don't, especially in front of your girls.
It's so hard to come back from it, and
especially a child who looks like you. If that child looks like you, and people say that all the time, and then you just say something negative about yourself, that child is immediately going to internalize that.
Yeah. So don't talk negative around your kids or anyone's kids. I don't have kids. I have all of her kids, and it's hard for me to not have the negative self-talk, but I don't want them growing up with that. So I have to be better. And we're making healthy choices. And that is what Hazel knows is health at every size. And that is what it's going to be.
And this is what we're eating today.
Ooh, yum.
Doesn't that look delicious? with some coffee.
Drink your water, have your coffee, eat your tostadas, and have a wonderful day. Like, subscribe, share, all the things.
See you next time.